Our Valley Santa Clarita. We create success for your business. This program is brought to you by Desert Drug Pharmacy. Fast, friendly, and personalized. Visit Desert Drug Pharmacy today.
All right. Welcome to our Valley Santa Clarita. My name is Bill Miranda, and this is my lovely and very talented co-host, Setareh.
Thank you for the introduction, Bill.
Setareh, what are you wearing?
Why, thank you for asking. No, I'm so excited to be wearing, once again, the wonderful and timeless Setareh. If you want a really cute outfit that's a timeless piece, that's gonna hug all the right places where they should be hugged, go to Setareh. You're gonna look good. It's January after all. We need new wardrobe, and you're for sure gonna leave that place feeling a lot more confident and super cute.
Super cute. And we have an outstanding show for you today. Mm-hmm. We're going to have someone who's gonna make your blood boil.
Well, that's after someone else who's gonna make your blood boil.
Well, no. I'm looking at your dress and I'm going,
What? That doesn't make any sense. Shady will make sense of it, I'm sure. Let's see what she's got.
Mana, mana, mana. Oh, hi, I'm Shady, up to some shady business. Today I'm here at Ekata Training Center in their beautiful meditation room. Now, you may be asking, what are you doing there? But let me tell you and continue to repeat, if you build yourself, you are building your business for the better. But you gotta start with you, no? Okay, let me tell you all the benefits that you can learn here at Ekata on meditation. Number one is going to be distressing. Sometimes you got a lot of challenges at work and you gotta deal with a lot of decision making, all sorts of people. So you can take care of this by simply learning how to meditate in the beautiful meditation room. Number two is gonna be how to lower the blood pressure while you are meditating. You're gonna learn to relax. You are going to prevent anxiety. But you gotta do this and continue to practice it in order to prevent it. This way, you learn to relax, you learn to take a deep breath and make better decisions. When we come back, I'm gonna teach you some more benefits of meditation here at Ekata.
Oh my gosh, I think she's right. You're gonna need some more meditating.
When we come back, we're going to need some more meditating, both of us. When we come back, a person who will really raise your blood pressure in a positive way. City Councilman Dante Acosta.
When we come back.
Hi, I am Cesar Milan with Junior. In Santa Clarita, we love our dogs. And in our role as pack leaders, it is important that we do everything to keep our pets safe and healthy. This is why it is so important to license your dog through Los Angeles County Animal Control. Licensing your dog will make it possible for them to be returned to you in case they get lost or stolen. You will also get important reminders when your dogs are due for vaccination. Show your dog you care and license them today.
Explore new worlds. Read. Visit literacy.gov and let the journey begin.
Welcome back to our Valley, Santa Clarita. We are ecstatic to introduce to you our City Council member, Dante Acosta.
Ooh.
Dante worked as a financial advisor for 20 years. His beautiful wife, Carolyn, and he have been married and have lived in Santa Clarita for over 27 years.
That's a long time.
And they are proud parents of 3 children.
Yay.
Dante, welcome to our show.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it being here today.
We didn't have much on your bio, but you did mention earlier when we were taking pictures that you used to be a photographer, a professional photographer.
I used to be a wedding photographer, yes.
Wow.
The wedding planner.
The wedding planners,
More or less,
local.
yeah. There weren't a lot of wedding planners back in those days. We actually owned a family-owned business that my mother started when we were in junior high, and we were all involved. I built the first dressing rooms and, just really got involved in the family business that way. And by extension, I was a photographer for the school newspaper and the yearbook, and I went to my cousin's wedding, and the photographer didn't show. So I'm like sending people to go get, any kind of film they could get, and I photographed that first wedding, and then my mom told one of her clients in her bridal shop that, was on a real budget. She goes, well, my son will do it for, next to nothing, and which I did.
That's how we
like
found
$100
Bill.
or
That's how we
something.
found Bill for the show. He was just walking out there and said, hey, I need a co-host.
I need a co-host. Yeah. How's that working out for you?
It's, we're testing it out.
But you went into the photography business, but you had it in your blood because your dad was quite the actor in his day.
Yes, he certainly was, and he made
Rodolfo Acosta.
Yes, and people called him Rudy, and that's where we named our oldest son Rudy from my father. And he was in about 150 movies, TV shows, series. I still find things that we didn't even know existed. So much of that stuff is lost. As a matter of fact, we were at the new UCLA Film Archives, kind of as a opening, and they were talking about so many films have disappeared. They just weren't kept, and they specifically mentioned Hondo, and I said, well, my father was in that movie. He was a co-star, and he
with
wrestled
John Wayne.
With John Wayne, he wrestled with him, he fought him, he stabbed him in the show and all that. And then literally 5 minutes later, we're in the vault room, and here is Hondo on the top shelf. I was like, that's just too weird. So yeah.
And your father, just to finish up with your dad, has a star on the Western Walk of Fame.
Yes, he does, right over here in Old Town Newhall, which is a thriving, vibrant part of town. It's really booming, and he's right there just adjacent to the Canyon, kind of between the Canyon Theater Guild and the Newhall Refinery.
Okay.
Yeah,
And I'm glad you mentioned Old Town Newhall, so that was a good segue because we want to talk about Old Town Newhall. And please,
Great.
as a city councilman, tell us what's going on.
A lot of exciting things going on down there. We just, as you know, last month we had big Christmas tree lighting for the holidays.
It looks
we had,
awesome.
Yeah,
I love it.
Wasn't that beautiful?
It's
And
gorgeous.
the lights lit up. We've kept the lights on the trees by a popular request, and we actually purchased some of the lights, so it'll lower our incremental cost year to year. But there are so many good things that are happening down there. We're in the process of that one block across from the library, getting that actually developed and tearing down some old buildings that were there. You've probably seen some
The
activity.
library alone, I'm just
yeah.
like, what? It's gorgeous.
Yeah, well, we have the 2 anchors. We have the library and we have the turnaround.
The roundabout.
Roundabout.
Yes, right. Mm-hmm.
And so now we have to work on everything in between.
There's a lot of activity down there. There's
Yes.
businesses that are moving in. As you know, the radio station is moving in down there with their
Yes.
partners. So they're the financial advisory firms next door.
Our
That's
good
being
friend
built out.
Arif Halaby.
Arif Halaby's there, and we've got good restaurants down there.
Our
and
friend from Honu Coffee.
Yes,
Yes.
moved
Yes.
there.
John Everett.
John
Yes.
Everett. And as a matter of fact, I just stopped by and had some of his wonderful coffee. And
You're there
they've
every
been
day.
there. I think they're going on 3-4 months now,
Yeah.
and they're really booming and doing well. So if you haven't tried out Hanu Coffee in the old Victorian building in Newhall, you definitely need to try it. We're also working on an independent theater down there, movie theater.
Really?
So we'll have the live theater performances, restaurants, shops, and even more entertainment with the independent theater that we're looking
So you
at
don't have to
down there.
leave Santa Clarita.
You
Everything
you
is
really
right there.
don't. You really don't. And when you say the live theaters that are there, we're talking about the
Canyon
Rep
Theater Guild.
and the Canyon Theater
Rep.
Guild.
And they
are-
just wrapped up with Miracle on 34th Street at the
Right.
Canyon Theater Guild. Fantastic performance last month that they did. So a lot of great things that are going on down in Old Town Newhall, and we just want to keep make sure people know that it's there and it's a great, safe place to come down, bring your family, good restaurants, some
Yeah, and don't forget our
boutique
good
shopping.
friends, our good friends at Persia Restaurant.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
their new
Persia
location.
Lounge.
Yeah,
Humayun at
it's there.
Persia Lounge, they do a great job there, and
They have the belly dancing. And
yes, yes.
Are you gonna belly dance someday over there?
I think you're gonna belly dance.
Oh please,
I could do that.
We don't want to run them out of business.
We're
so
gonna pack the house if he goes.
I get to pick on Bill because we're good friends, but
I get
Yes,
to
we
pick on
are.
him just because.
Now,
you are co-host.
Now, Dante, love the things the city is doing. You know, we have a very good city council. We're moving forward on a lot of good things, not just Old Town Newhall, but we're doing things on Town Center and throughout the community, some more park space.
Absolutely.
Anything you want to talk about right
Well,
now?
we're in the process of developing out our tennis courts, so we'll be able to bring a lot of championship tennis tournaments here, and which actually helps tourism. Millions of dollars a year come into the city because of swimming and baseball and soccer and all these other things. We've completed out we're almost done with the build out in Central Park. The tennis courts will be a big part of that. A lot of median projects along Newhall Avenue and Newhall once again, Canyon Country, Sierra Highway. We are in the planning phase, if you will, of reaching out to the community for the new Canyon Country Community Center. We've purchased a very large, relatively flat piece of property there, one of the last pieces available in the east end of town. So we're going to be able to serve that community over in the east side of town in Canyon Country with a brand new state-of-the-art community center, which
Excellent.
yes, the neighbors, the community is very excited about. Topper's Pizza is putting in a new facility there, a new restaurant with big rooms for the baseball teams and all that for that side of town. So it's going to be really exciting things that are happening over there as well.
It's happening.
Working on the planning for the Saugus Library to add to our library system. So it'll be our
that
fourth.
would be outstanding. That's sorely needed.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I think
We actually utilize the library a lot for meetings, and it's such a great place to go because you just feel, I don't know, it's fancy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it just feels like really professional, and you can have real meetings there, and it's a great place to hang
Yeah.
out and either do your homework if you're at the college or whatnot.
Yeah, and one of the things I really like about what we've done with our library system is that it's cost neutral to us. And I'm not quite sure if I'm using the right expression, but it doesn't cost us a lot of money now that it's built to run the library. We run it very efficiently.
We do run it very efficiently. Like most things in the city, we always look at the sustainability of it, not just from an environmental standpoint, of course, but the economic side of things. If we have a downturn in the economy and we're just sort of coming out of this recession, things are looking up a little bit, we're able to free up some funds for some projects. We have to make sure that, sure, we can afford to build something if we have the money for it, but can we maintain and operate said facility? And the library is a perfect example of that.
How can someone connect in order to help out with that or give some funds over?
In terms of the library?
Yeah,
Well, there are
or anything in the city.
Certainly, great question. Great question. The Friends of the Library is a great organization that people can get involved in, and it allows them to be able to participate kind of on a grassroots level. They do a lot of fundraising. They do a lot of things there where you can get involved.
Okay. We just look online.
Just
under that.
Google Friends of the Library.
Friends of the
Certainly,
Library.
all of the
Okay.
resources. There's a lot of links on the city's website.
Okay.
Santa-Clarita.com is a great place to go for information. Community calendars on there, so you can see upcoming events. But there's so many great organizations in the community.
Well, thank you so much for coming and sharing that with us. But you got to stick around.
Because when we come back, we're going to talk to Dante about what it's like to be
The
the first Latino on the city council.
We got the power.
Boom, 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 boom.
You promised me the world. Is this what you had in mind?
Help EarthShare and its members restore balance to the world. Visit earthshare.org and see what you can do. EarthShare, one environment, one simple way to care for it.
Welcome back to our Valley Santa Clarita. I am Setareh, and this is my lovely co-host, Bill Miranda, and we're excited to have the wonderful first Latino city councilman, Dante Acosta, here with us. Thank you for being here.
Well, thank you for having me once again.
Dante, so the city's been around for 27 years.
That's right.
I think we just celebrated our 28th year or whatever it is.
28th, yeah.
First time Latino on the city council. Population of Santa Clarita is approaching 40%. Great opportunity. It took a long time. How did you progress to the point politically? Because in the first segment, you were taking pictures with your little brownie camera.
What?
I made him laugh.
It wasn't quite that bad, but okay.
No, you know what's so funny? I asked him that earlier, and I said, how has it been to overcome being a Latino and breaking into, you know, the city of Santa Clarita? And he said, well, I just don't see it that way. It's just do what you got to do, the end. And I love that. Is that kind of been your motto? Just keep looking forward.
Yeah, you know, I think that's a big part of it is how you approach things in life. You know, we all have our challenges. You all know about our son. You know, I was raised by a single mother. My father died when I was 11 years old. And, you know, you start to either you shrink from it or you grow from it.
Right.
And I think that's one of the things that's been a hallmark in my life, watching my mother raise 5 children by herself, working 3 jobs, just that perseverance and that point where you just work through things. But it's like anything else. If you have an obstacle in your life, things are going to be easier for you because you're so much better looking than Bill and I, for example, and especially in that lovely dress.
What was it you said? A rose between 2 thorns?
Definitely a rose between 2
Oh,
thorns.
we took a picture. I was in the middle.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
funny.
You know, and it's that kind of thing, you know, where you realize that if it's a ridiculous example because no one could imagine, but if I wanted to play in the NBA, how much harder would I have to work than someone who's 7 feet tall or something, you know, like that? You just have to work that much harder. I didn't really run as a Latino candidate per se. I tried to run as the best candidate to represent the residents of Santa Clarita.
Yeah.
The fact that I am a Latino, I'm very proud of. That's part of my heritage and my culture. But at the same time, you know, it gives me the empathy to understand that there are some folks out there that may be underserved or maybe, you know, need some, you know, certain things in their community. That's the way I look at it. That's what matters.
People who need a hand up, not a handout. Okay, those are the people that I think I like to work with, and I know you like to work with. We're very supportive. Dante, by the way, speaking of being supportive, Dante is very, very active in the Santa Clarita Valley Latino Chamber of Commerce. He's been a member since virtually the beginning, and he's not just a member in name only, which I want to make sure that everybody understands. This is very important. It's very easy to join an organization. It's another thing to attend meetings and be active in an organization. Yeah. Dante is active in our organization and in many other organizations.
Oh, and he was recently present at the El Dia de los Muertos event, which was really cool to have, and we felt really proud. Yeah.
It was definitely
to have
a
your
fun
support.
Event. And your inaugural event for the Los Muertos
yes.
over there.
Yes. Now, we had over 500 people there, and we have already started planning for 2015, the Dia de los Muertos, and we expect well over 1,000 people.
We expect everyone who's watching.
You all come down to be there. That's right, next year.
Yeah.
So Dante, you grew up in this what I call tough environment. Your mother had 3 jobs. Your mother raised 5 kids. But then you went beyond that and you met your lovely wife, Carolyn.
That's right. We were both in college. I was actually doing a school play, and she was on the swim team.
You did theater? Well,
yeah,
like your father.
Yeah, like my father. I was doing a school play, but actually on this one I was working crew.
Oh, okay.
So I was taking tickets at the door, right?
Oh, okay.
And you saw her swimming by?
She swam by. Yeah, absolutely. She was actually selling brownies and coffee to raise money for the swim team. So I, went and tried to get a free brownie. But I got her phone number. Isn't that what's important? Mm-hmm. Much better. Yep. I still have the little slip. It says Brownie Girl. And
oh my gosh!
Yeah, I still have that. 30 years later.
Excellent.
Aww.
Yeah.
So you got married, and then what happened?
Well, it wasn't that simple. I had to do a little courting, a little convincing. You've met my wife. I married up. Let's just say, way up.
Let's just say your wife and my wife didn't say yes the first 10 times we asked.
Yeah, exactly. It took a little convincing. But yeah, we got married. We moved to Canyon Country, and we actually bought a condo right before we got married. Moved there in 1986. We've lived in Canyon Country ever since. We're in our second home, if you will. over a little further down the street, and we just love this
You
community.
stayed in Santa Clarita for 27 years.
Yeah, 28 years now.
Oh my goodness.
And 3 beautiful children. Tell us about
3
them.
wonderful children. Well, our oldest, Rudy, you all know, was unfortunately killed in Afghanistan, serving his country as a combat medic in the Army. Wonderful, wonderful young man. Our daughter, Allie's, is a freshman in college, and she's not too far away, so we get to see her when she decides to come home.
When she
She's doing
needs
well,
something.
loves it. No, she's not like that. She just,
Oh, okay.
I
So
guess
she's
when
not
she
like
wants
my
to-
kids.
When she forgot something at home and wants to come home and
No.
get it, exactly. And then our youngest, DJ, just turning 14, right around the corner. So he's in 8th grade now.
How do you juggle it all?
You know, it's amazing because there's a 10-year stretch there. So, you know, we've always got something, we always have had something going on. We had kids in diapers for 10 years, had kids in elementary school, you know, so we'll be out of it in about another 10 or 15 years, and then maybe we can rest a little bit. But I doubt that.
It's so nice to see that. See, even people in the higher ups are just like you and me.
Oh,
Have you ever meditated?
Dante's a regular guy.
Have I probably should.
Well, when we come back, we're going to see a little bit more of the benefits of meditation from Shady at Shady Business.
Thank you, Dante. Thank you for being with us.
My pleasure.
Santa Clarita is Southern California's entertainment destination. Just minutes from LA, Santa Clarita's year-round weather means you can enjoy year-round fun. Like thrilling coasters and water parks, premium shopping, destination day spas, fine dining, outdoor adventure, and major events such as wine festivals, golf tournaments, and the Cowboy Festival. Santa Clarita, always in season.
Welcome back to our Valley, Santa Clarita. It's been so nice to have a local civic leader with us. Kind of makes you realize that they have families and challenges and dreams just like you and me.
Absolutely.
You know who's not like you and me?
Shady.
Yeah. Who's about to teach us what?
Meditation.
Oh, welcome back. I'm Shady up to some shady business here at Ekata Training Center. I am right now in their beautiful meditation room. Now we discussed the benefits that you gotta work inside to make it come outside. You gotta be successful with your health first, and then it will show on the outside through your business. We discussed it is good to lower blood pressure, to allow you to become more creative is the next one. When you learn to breathe and take a moment and stand still, you allow more room for creativity through your business. Another thing is something we all crave, and that is more energy. When you learn to be still and to quiet the mind, you are actually relaxing that mind that's always going like a computer. So you gotta learn to control that a little bit, and that will allow to preserve some energy that you can use to have more creativity and more energy when you're working on your workspace and in your business. So there you are. Come and practice some beautiful meditation for your success here at Ekata. Until next time, if you got more questions, feel free to email them to me at shadybusiness101@gmail.com.
That Shady. What are you doing? Meditating, I guess.
I was.
Why?
I want to be like Shady.
Endless benefits to meditating. You know, that way, if I didn't do it, I wouldn't be able to deal with you. I'm just kidding.
What an inspirational day. I hope all of you enjoyed getting to know our decision maker, our city councilman, Dante Acosta, up close and personal. Next week, our very own diamond in the rough, Mozam Chowdhury.
Love that man.
Until next
time.
week,
Here, where mi casa.
es su casa. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Our Valley, Santa Clarita. We create success for your business. This program is brought to you by Desert Drug Pharmacy. fast, friendly, and personalized. Visit us today at Desert Drug Pharmacy.